Hi, I'm Danny Lipford.
And I'm Chelsea Lipford-Wolf.
Thanks for watching this episode of Today's Homeowner here on YouTube. And don't forget to leave us a like and a comment.
And be sure to share with a friend, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you get notified of new videos.
Thanks and enjoy the show. This week on Today's Homeowner, we take on the 4 seasons of homeownership with a fun family and some springtime chores.
I'm kind of feeling stupid, to be honest. You know, not in a bad way, just like, why didn't I ever think about this?
Maintenance is a fact of life for all homeowners. Regardless of how new or low maintenance your house may be, there are things that simply must be done to take care of your biggest investment and the place you call home. Properly maintaining your home can be a lot of work. Actually, we've put together a list of 40 different things that we feel you really need to do to your home each and every year. Well, that can be a little overwhelming. But if you divide it up into 4 lists of 10, then you align it with the 4 seasons of the year, well, it's a lot more manageable. So get ready for our spring edition of the 4 seasons of homeownership. The list for each season includes those 10 must-do items as well as some additional projects to tackle as time and budget allow, or you want to take on something extra. For the spring list, our guinea pig homeowners are Stuart and Sharla Brink. This is the home they share with their daughters, Lundy and May.
We've been here a little bit over a year. We're in a fabulous neighborhood with great families. I mean, our neighbors are amazing. We knew that the bones of the house were great, and that was the most important thing to us. When you have children, it simplifies and prioritizes your life very quickly. That's why our house is about function versus form.
Number 1 on the must-do list is having the air conditioning and heating system serviced by a pro. Right now, Sharla and I are tackling number 2, cleaning debris away from the AC condenser unit. You start just sweeping anything you can away from that. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna turn the electrical
sweep the top off?
Yeah, sweep everything.
Okay.
We just want to clear it all out of there. And I want to turn the electrical off because we're going to take this water hose and kind of flush it out as well. So.
Okay, wait, hold on. I want you to show me how to do that.
Okay, all right. Ooh, this is kind of rusty here. Okay, this one doesn't have a switch. It actually has a pull fuse. So you're taking this and you're pulling it out just like that.
And that's it?
Yeah, but what we've done is we've killed the power to this so that when we start spraying it with the water and so forth, it won't be a problem. So
okay.
Just keep sweeping all the way around. Okay. And I've got this cool little rake. Check this out. So you got a big rake for big jobs, and then like that.
Oh, I love that.
You know, for when you're working in the flower beds and things like that, or in this case, to kind of reach in behind here a little bit.
You know, it never occurred to me to walk around here and do this, so. I'm kind of feeling stupid, to be honest. You know, not in a bad way, just like, why didn't I ever think about this?
Now, another thing, of course, here you have the unit hidden by the fence from the front. A lot of people, you know, will have plants and shrubs all around it,
right,
and they forget to trim it, and it gets pushed up against it, and it kind of suffocates the thing. So if you had plants around here, and we see it all the time, you need to trim them back about 12 inches all the way around to allow it to breathe.
Okay.
But speaking of the fence, what you got going on over there?
The fence, when we bought the house, we knew the fence would need to be replaced, but before we have had a chance to do it, our dogs came in and made a lovely little hole.
So a temporary repair.
They did, yes. As you can see, that one over there is leaning as well.
And that's exactly the kind of thing you'll find when you're going through this list.
Right.
You'll find a few things that are there that we can dig into for you and see if we can at least find a solution for that. So
great, thank you.
All right. What we want to do here is just basically just go down, clean it like this, and then clean. You'll see stuff flying out from underneath it.
And you see all of that dirt coming out, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so glad somebody taught me how to do this and let me know what it's okay to do. I don't want to cause more damage by trying to actually do good, which I can sometimes do. So it makes sense.
Because it relies on those coils all the way around, and if it's nice and clean, it's going to work a lot better.
It's going to work better.
Meanwhile, Alan and Stuart are up on the roof dealing with items number 3 and 4 on our list. Cleaning and inspecting the gutters and downspouts and cleaning and inspecting the roof itself. Aside from leaves in the valley, the roof seems to be in pretty good shape for the most part.
This is a fairly new roof. It's about a year old, so really not a lot of problems.
Cleaning the leaves from the gutters take a little more time and effort. While they're doing it, they find another area for concern.
While I'm thinking of though, I'm watching or looking over here where this downspout is, and I'm sure I saw it over here too. Where all that water's coming out, you've got an erosion problem too close to the foundation of the house.
Okay.
So we need to address that. We need to build that dirt back up. We'll fill in the foundation, get that dirt sloped away from the house, move the downspouts out, and I think we'll be in good shape.
Sounds great.
All right?
In addition to extending the downspouts, they also need to be flushed out, but one of them is still clogged.
And Alan took the drain spout apart and shoved his hand up there and pulled out.
You gotta see this. 2 tennis balls are in this downspout. 2.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, that's my daughter.
Compliments of Lundy.
Yeah, that's Lundy.
Some of my favorite simple solutions are finding different uses for ordinary objects. Today, I'm going to be using a muffin tin in the garden. I'm going to use it as a planting guide by simply taking the muffin tin, this is a 12 muffin tin, and pressing it down into the soil. And what you get are 12 perfectly spaced indentations for planting, all exact same depth. Then you can move over and do it again. If you continue along that, you can see what you end up with, that nice pattern. And now you can just plant your seeds and cover up with soil. Another use for the muffin tin is if you want to start your seeds indoors prior to coming out and planting them. Simply fill this with soil, put in a seed, and place it in a window. Water regularly. As soon as the seedlings pop up and the weather warms up, you can come out and put them in the garden.
We're working our way through our 4 seasons of homeownership list, and now Chelsea is helping Sharla take care of number 5, cleaning and repairing window screens.
To repair this, we're going to take out the old screen and replace it with the new screen.
Okay.
We'll just need to take out this little spline that's in here, and we'll reuse that.
I am learning so many just wonderful little true do-it.
Little nuggets.
Well, things I can actually do myself.
Yeah, there you go.
Before you cut it, you put the spline back in.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So you would start one corner like it was before, and you roll this over it.
This is a nifty little tool.
That looks great.
Oh, I like this tool. What's this tool called?
A spline tool. I've never seen someone so excited about such a simple little tool as a spline tool, but Sharla was very excited about it.
Then I've got it. Woo, look at that, like
look
butter.
at you go.
Like butter.
All right. There you go. Want to go put it in place?
Let's go.
All right, next thing on the list here is to clean out all the lint that may be gathering in the dryer vent. So when's the last time you cleaned it?
It never occurred to me to go outside and clean that.
So this pipe, hopefully will slide right on. Yeah, there we go. Okay, amazingly, that's all there is to it.
Oh my God.
Good look in there.
Holy God.
But we have a lint brush that we can reach in and we can turn it and pull the lint out.
Okay.
But on this one, we're also going to need to go inside and pull the dryer out.
Yeah, I'm not happy about pulling my dryer out and letting the world see, you know, what's behind my dryer. You're not going to pull my dryer out.
Yeah, let's pull the dryer out.
Are you going to clean behind it?
Oh no, well, yeah, we'll have to clean behind it.
I'm scared. Oh my God.
Oh, that's not bad at all. Hey, you got some extra
There's all my coat hangers.
coat hangers here. Yeah, we got a lot in there. Ooh, look at this.
How do I have nails in my dryer?
How did you get that? When it goes back together, I use foil tape to secure the connector to the outside vent. Next on the list is lubricating all of the hinges, gates, and locks around the house. While Chelsea and Sharla handle that, Stuart and I check off item number 8, sharpening all of the garden tools. That sets you up for number 9, which is preparing your flower beds for spring planting.
It makes such a big difference to get rid of all the leaves that Sharla had there. We added an edge, but just a little bit of mulch, and it made a huge difference. All right, the next thing on the list, make sure your ceiling fan is running in the right direction.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and turn it on and see. All right, so we got it set for winter. Let's turn it off and
What direction should it be going?
counterclockwise when it's hot outside.
If it's going the wrong direction, you just turn the switch. Okay,
Yep.
so it doesn't say.
Just make sure you turn the fan off before you do that.
With the list of top 10 must-dos complete, we can move on to some of the if time and budget allow projects. First up, pressure washing.
What's important on the power washer are the tips. These little things.
Okay.
For applying soap, it's always the black.
I have wanted to pressure wash the front walk of this house since the day we bought it.
I'm gonna crank it up and I want you to go ahead and grab the wand.
Okay. I'm so excited.
This Generac One Wash unit has an onboard tank, so applying the cleaning solution is really easy. After that, it's time to change tips for cleaning.
We're gonna go with the green tip.
What's the difference between the green and the red?
The fan of the spray.
Okay.
Red, danger. That means that's just one straight stream. It's
Okay.
most powerful. What's important, of course, we're gonna start in one corner and work our way out.
Okay.
But it's not a real quick thing. Now, when you're putting your soap down, that's fairly quick, and that's fine, because we're letting it soak in. But when it's time for this, we're nice, slow, and steady, trying to keep it at the same distance, anywhere from 6 to 8 inches away from your surface, and let it do the work.
Look at that. Okay, so this is like when you see those commercials with like carpet cleaners, and they say they're gonna, they show it, but it never does that in real life. It's like doing it now.
It does, but this does.
Oh my God, this is amazing. You're killing me.
See your brick
I'm gonna
there?
get you.
Don't you like that?
I'm gonna get him. I've got to get Danny back for showing the world behind my dryer. And then I'm gonna have to get Alan back. So I've got some work to do in the next couple of days. Let me do it, it's my turn.
All right.
You're hogging it.
Sure. Look over here real quickly.
No, no. I got myself.
You got yourself.
I found my new hobby.
You like that?
Oh my God, I love this. Not only is it fun, because it's immediate gratification. And it makes such a difference. Alan showing me how to do it and actually getting to learn how to do it. Now I'm like, okay, I'm getting a pressure washer for Mother's Day.
You know, being healthy and eating organically is all the rage now, and rightfully so. You can go into any grocery store and they have an organic section of produce and things like that. You can go now to some restaurants and they offer organic dishes, but growing organically has been a bit of a challenge. But Nature's Care, I think, has pretty much solved that problem because they've come out with a whole line of potting soils and food and fertilizers and insect control that are organic. Take a look at this potting soil. Now, this potting soil is made from recycled materials that they've collected from yards, farms, and forests. This food and fertilizer, being organic, has microbes in it that help break down the nutrients for the soil. And this pest control has organic ingredients in it as well, and it will take care of whiteflies, aphids, and the insects, and also their eggs. So now you can grow organically and get great results.
We have just helped Stuart and Sharla complete the top 10 must-dos on our 4 seasons of homeownership list. Now that the must-dos are done, we're taking on some repair and upgrade projects that we discovered while we were working through the top 10. First up there, fix that leaning fence.
Well, you'll be able to see pretty soon whether there's any concrete down there.
Yeah, there's not a lot. See that? It stops right there. The concrete's not moving, but the post is right where it meets the concrete. Oh, Daniel.
Yeah. What?
Your post is rotting out. Are you kidding me? The post has rotted. The post is rotted out.
I say we get Stuart to hit it with a sledgehammer.
Right,
Why don't we do that? I just happen to have one handy. Look at there. Gee whiz, look at that. There's nothing.
Nothing there, is
There's nothing going on down there. That's pitiful. That's why it fell over in the first place.
Yeah.
That's not pitiful. That was just pure strength, unadulterated strength.
Okay, Mr. Strength, you got 4 more to hit here.
We've got to go pick up some new posts. And what we're going to do, we're going to go find those posts, and right on the end of the post, on that yellow wood tag, you've got rated for ground contact. That's what you want to look for if you're putting posts in the ground.
We're using fast-setting concrete from Quikrete for 2 reasons. We can mix it right in the hole, and because it sets up in less than an hour, we can begin reattaching the rest of the fence almost immediately.
All right, pretty good. All right, man. So see, just 4 posts, a little bit of concrete, a few nails. You could have done that last weekend.
I could have.
No.
All by myself.
No way.
All right, Sharla, now that you got it all clean, we're gonna keep it that way with
Okay.
some masonry sealer.
Okay,
So
what
it's
does this do?
It's just a waterproofer, so we're gonna lightly coat it and it's going to keep the water from soaking down in there and causing mold and mildew, and any other stains will be prevented from soaking down into your concrete.
And you're just putting it into like a pump sprayer?
Yeah. So I'm going to let you do it. You need to keep it real, real light.
So can this go on brick if it accidentally gets on there?
Yeah, it's not going to hurt the brick. You just don't want to.
We want it to all be consistent.
Yeah, exactly. You want it to be very even because you might be able to tell.
It doesn't look any different, Alan.
And it's not supposed to. This is a natural sealer, so you put it on, it looks the same. You've got some that are a high gloss that will change the look, but for this, we really didn't need it. So natural looks really good. Now, I did notice one other thing. Your door, your door's protected, really nice. But let's say you've got guests coming in and it's raining.
Sure.
You've still got rain pouring right down on top of it. But what do you think about putting a rain diverter above the door?
Are you talking about the piece of sheet metal that you showed me?
Yeah,
earlier?
it's sheet metal, but I got a nice little surprise for you. Here's what I did. I've taken a piece, I've got it here with me, and I've prepped it. You etch it using white vinegar, and then you can spray paint it. And when you see the spray paint I put on this, it almost matches your roof precisely. You're gonna love it.
No kidding.
All right?
That's awesome.
The most difficult thing about installing a rain diverter is prying up the shingle tabs so that you can slip it underneath them. Then it's a matter of tacking it down with a few nails and resealing the shingles on top of it with some roofing cement. When we were cleaning up everything here on the front, we really noticed how bad these things look. The little lights here have been here for many, many years, a little damage here and there. Now, in the past, we very successfully have taken the glass out of fixtures like this and were able to repaint them, a little bit of sanding and repainting them. They look great, but with this particular style of lamp, it's got so many pieces of glass, it would take a long time. It's going to be a lot easier for us to just put brand new fixtures in. It's going to make the front of this house just pop. While I'm installing this fixture, Alan and Stuart began putting in the other one. Then Chelsea and Sharla returned with furniture and flowers to dress up the porch.
This is where my anal tendencies are really coming out to play.
Coming out. It's coming out now.
You're not going to like that then.
Huh?
You're not going to like that,
Why?
the way you just did it.
You're right.
As people ready their homes for spring, they often want to know how warm it needs to be to paint outside. The quick answer you often hear is 50 degrees. That's true for the majority of latex paints, but that answer can be deceiving. What the thermometer says when you apply the paint matters, but what the temperature does over the next 24 to 48 hours is just as important. In the spring and fall, daytime and nighttime temperatures can vary widely, so dew forms on the surface easily in the cool night air. Even though paint may be dry to the touch, in just a few hours, it's still curing for hours and hours. When this moisture gets into the uncured paint film, it causes some of the ingredients to come to the surface when the moisture evaporates. That can lead to surface staining and adhesion problems. Even if the paint looks fine, its life expectancy will likely be shortened. This week, we've given Stuart and Sharla a crash course in basic home maintenance. Plus, we repaired the leaning fence we discovered along the way and corrected the erosion Alan found by extending some downspouts and moving some dirt. And in the process, we've also been able to make some improvements.
Pressure washing the front stoop was amazing. And then when you do something like that, it makes you want to do more. And then replacing the lights, that just did so much. And all we did was add a couple of plants and pull in some chairs that we have in our backyard. I think our stoop in our home is so much more inviting.
The lists are a great tool, and it's a lot of preventive maintenance that'll save you a lot of trouble in the long run.
Well, and being broken up into seasons, I mean, if you take a list of 40, I mean, that's overwhelming. But you break it up into 10 for each season. I mean, what's the adage? How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time?
Obviously, these guys have seen the benefit of our 4 seasons checklist, and I hope you have as well. We've covered all of the top 10 must-do items on Stuart and Sharla's home, from simple maintenance on the heating and cooling system to important but easy chores on the roof. Cleaning vents and repairing screens, lubricating and sharpening, prepping for planting, and keeping your cool as the weather warms up. So there you go, the spring edition from our 4 seasons of home ownership. You know, we worked hard on this list to make sure that we're bringing you the most practical, realistic, and most current home improvement information that we can give you to help you maintain and improve your home, just like we do every week right here on Today's Homeowner. I'm Danny Lipford. Thanks so much for being with us. We'll see you next week right here on Today's Homeowner. I'll tell you what,
Whoa. I almost got you, didn't I?
Thanks for watching this episode of Today's Homeowner. And don't forget to like, comment, and hit the bell icon so that you'll be notified of new videos.
And be sure to click around and watch some more videos while you're here.